Welcome to the introduction for early career engineering jobs courses which are run by Swampend Enterprises. So my name's Tamara Clelford. I'm going to take you through a brief introduction to these courses, and we're going to cover both the application and the interview course in this summary, who they're suitable for and why you should take this kind of course with me. So really these are suitable for a whole range of people. So this is from apprentices, if you're applying for a summer placement, an internship, year in industry, graduate scheme, graduate entry, any kind of level where it's basically your first entry into the engineering world. Some of the stuff will actually be relevant to maybe your second job as well, because we're going to cover some of the typical types of interview. So if you maybe felt your first interview didn't go very well, this might also be a good thing to look at. But we're looking specifically at engineering, so it's technical interviews that we're considering here. So suitable for any kind of engineering. So we're going to cover a whole range of different things. So the first course covers how you apply. So kind of where you're going to apply, what to apply to, how to do your application form, what kind of things they're looking for in the CV, and then the online tests that you will probably be asked to do, particularly if you're applying to a medium to a large sized company. Then the second one is looking more at the actual assessment day. Now, the assessment day comes in very different formats depending whether you're wanting to work for a small startup through to a large engineering firm. There's differences but a lot of similarities. So these courses are suitable for whatever size company that you're applying to. So we're going to have a look at things like your interview, a presentation if you're asked to do one, what on earth to do in a group task, if you've got different assessments that you're going to be doing during the day, and how they're going to assess you. But bulk of the time it's actually going to be covering competency-based questions, which I think are the hardest bit of these. And certainly when I was interviewing people, this is the bit where people just stumbled because they'd not met them before. So the last little bit is why do this course with me? What do I know about this? So I actually spent 10 years in a large engineering firm where I did a lot of recruitment. So I was actually in charge of the apprentices and the graduates during my time there. I was involved with the interviewing at every level, so apprentice, some placement, year in industry and graduate training. I also did more experienced recruitment as well, but that's kind of less relevant here. So not only did I do the interviews for these, I was actually the technical coordinator. So I sifted through the applications. I pulled out the candidates that we were going to interview and looked at every stage of the assessment there. But I've also worked, as I said, in a large engineering firm. I've worked in a startup. I worked for medium-sized companies. So I have an understanding of all the different types of recruitment at the places that you might want to end up working. So if you are interested, click through onto the courses. You can take just the application course if you want. You can take just the interview course. They're separate. There is a slight discount if you want to purchase both of those. And they're going to take you through in a similar kind of format to this. You'll have the screen and a recording of myself explaining stuff to you. There's also going to be some downloads on there. So like when we get to competency-based questions, there's a section on there where you can download some example questions. And with the tips that you're going to learn during this, you will know how to answer them. I also run this as a workshop. So this is a live workshop. So you get to ask questions, one based on the interviews and one based on the application form. So if there's one of those running, that will be in the events page. So have a click through to there if you wanted to do this more kind of live and in person. If not, I hope to see you soon.